Pythagorean theorem, the mitochondria, the War of 1812. All things drilled into our head during high school, but do we really use these in our everyday lives? Unlike these things, sexual education should be important for everyone to learn because it has to do with their everyday lives. Sex education is beneficial for teens. First, I will tell you about the decrease of teen pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases. Then, I will talk about how it improves academic performance. Lastly, I will discuss how abstinence-only education has failed teens. First, I will tell you about the decrease in teen pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases. According to Planned Parenthood, teens are 50% less likely to get pregnant before the age of 20 if they had proper sexual health education. Also, in a study done by the University of Washington on 15 to 19-year-olds, the results were highly in favor of a comprehensive sex education as opposed to an abstinence-only curriculum. Lastly, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services says that people 15 to 24 account for nearly half of all diagnosed sexually transmitted diseases in the U.S., which these sexually transmitted diseases have been proven to be easily prevented with proper education on contraceptives and basic sex education. I just told you about the decreases in teen pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases. Now, I will discuss the potential academic benefits. The National Association of School Nurses suggests that there is a link between comprehensive sex education and academic success. Also, the CDC has found that there are multiple links between a student's health and their academic performance. Lastly, the CDC shows that in the absence of things such as teen pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases, this puts students farther ahead than their peers who have experienced or been diagnosed with these things. I just told you about the academic benefits. Now, I will discuss how abstinence-only education has failed teens. According to the University of Columbia's School of Public Health, abstinence-only education puts students at the same risk for teen pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases than those who didn't receive any sexual education at all. Additionally, NPR suggests that according to public data, abstinence-only education does not in any way delay the age that people become sexually active. Lastly, in a document prepared for House Democrats in 2004, it is suggested that abstinence-only education reinforces, quote, gender stereotypes about female passivity and male aggressiveness, end quote. First, I told you about decreases in pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases. Then, I talked about how it can improve academic performance. Lastly, I discussed how abstinence-only education has failed teens. Because most are not mathematicians, historians, or scientists, sex education should be considered equally important as the Pythagorean theorem, the mitochondria, and the War of 1812. Sex education is beneficial for teens.